gentlemen, it's real late on Hot 97. My name is Peter Rosenberg, and what we do here, we introduce you to new fantastic artists, and this guy I heard about from a bunch of different people, from a variety of different people. IDK.
Yeah.
Out the DMV.
Yes, sir.
How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Yourself?
I'm very good, man. Where exactly in the DMV are you from?
PG, Maryland, actually. Like around the Glendale, Bowie area, between Glendale and Glenarden. Yeah.
And I know Glenarden well.
Yeah.
That's where my old studios at WPGC used to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Right.
In
yeah.
like Lanham.
I live right there.
Oh,
like,
really?
Right by that. It's like a Chipotle and Chick-fil-A out there now. So.
By Route 50.
Right.
Like-ish.
Exactly. I live right there.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about stylistically where you, what people can expect from you?
Oh man, I mean, with me, I have so many different influences. I say I'm trying to bridge the gap between A Tribe Called Quest and Gucci Mane. You know what I mean?
So that's a big gap.
Yeah, it's a really big gap, and then even I listen to things like Gorillaz and a lot of older stuff too. I've been listening to like Kool and the Gang, just different things like that. So. Stylistically, right now, it's ignorantly delivering knowledge, which is basically the only way our generation to listen. So I take ignorance, or what people would call ignorance, and I blend that with like knowledge, you know what I mean, and put it in my music.
So when you say you take ignorance, what do you mean? What are you doing?
Basically, it's like, so a lot of the music that you may hear in a club can be considered ignorant. That's the music that connects with our generation right now. You know what I mean? A lot of the younger kids don't want to really hear too much substance and things like that. So I found a way to take that energy.
Okay.
But still put something in the music.
So is it with the way you communicate verbally? Is it with the beats? Is it both? What do you mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you tap into that?
So the version of the plug that you have is, I think, the one with just the ignorant part, but it comes in with a part where I'm talking about the Ronald Reagan era and why everybody kind of feels like they have to trap and things like that. So basically, right now I got this project out and it's called Subtrap, which is trap music with substance. You get what I'm saying?
That's dope.
So
Subtrap, yeah.
So I just cover things outside of just saying, okay, this guy is the plug or the kingpin and I got all the money and all the bitches and all the drugs or whatever. I also have like songs where I'm speaking from the perspective of the crackhead who's affected by the kingpin and things like that. You know what I mean?
And how did you start coming together? Because you've ended up on like lists and there's been buzz about you and labels interested and things like that. And like the agencies have been chasing after you. Like, how did all that sort of buzz come to be?
Literally, I dropped Subtrap and everything, from Subtrap kind of like built up, and everyone, before we even dropped it, we kind of went around to a bunch of different people that we were in contact with, and it was like, yo, just check this out, just give us like a little bit of your time and check this out. And when they checked it out, they started like saying, okay, this is dope. So before we dropped, we kind of had somewhat of an industry buzz. Everybody kind of was like, yo, this dude Jay is about to drop and this project is dope, it's different. And then from there, when we actually dropped it, it did very well the first couple weeks, and even now, till this day, people are still finding it. So I think that's really what it was. I think that, and when we go into these meetings, we're very professional. We have like a plan. We know what we're trying to do, and they're not used to seeing artists, especially my age.
How old are you?
23.
Okay, they actually have a plan and have things together.
Yeah, like a real plan, like a real business plan. Like when I met my manager Clayton, like literally what happened was, he heard about me. He shout out to DJ Tiga. He put him on to me. And when he finally first talked to me, I told him, he was like, what are you planning on doing? And I said, this is my plan. And then after we got off the phone, I sent him an actual business plan, like a real business plan for our company. And that's kind of like how he saw that, my vision. And that's kind of what a lot of these companies are seeing as well.
What about other artists right now from the DMV? Because it's a good little moment.
Yeah, man. That's one of the things I definitely wanted to highlight on this today. There's a lot of artists doing their thing out there right now. I don't remember what company I was meeting with, but one of the labels was like, this is for the DMV. It's almost like when Chief Keef and Lil Herb and with Chance the Rapper and all these people were coming out of Chicago it's like that for the DMV now. You know, a lot of new talent, a lot of new guys. Actually, I got a list of people, man, that I wanted to get you hip to.
Oh yeah, please do. Let's start right now.
Yeah, I mean, I know you know Goldlink. He's
of course.
You feel me? Shot Glizzy and
of course,
the whole Glizzy gang. Shout out to them. There's a artist named Chaz French right now that's doing his thing as well.
Where's he? He's from DC proper, or from
I think DC, but at the area. Period.
Okay.
Of course, Fat Trail. This is a kid named Internet James. My homie Uncle John, he's dope. Kilo, Lizzle, and his whole Thrax movement. I mean, there's a list. I mean,
wow, there's a lot going. That's more than I know of.
Bruh, like Flex Cartel, Fat Boys, KID, Shabuzi, Eddie Vans, Phil Ide, Carlstead, O Slice, K Sinatra, Matt McGee, Young Gleesh, Visto, Solomonia, Maestro, Black Jeep, Kingpin Slim, Dutch Capital, Brain Rap, Be Easy, Glen Ave. I mean, and that's just the list that I could compile myself.
Yeah, and honestly, I only know of a handful of those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot there.
There's a lot.
And, you know, it's funny because, you know, my sort of upbringing in the rap game was through the last generation, or maybe it's 2 generations ago already, of people trying to make it out of DC, which was a crew called Low Budget.
Okay.
And it was an incredibly talented crew. I'd say the only one who's getting real recognition at this point and having a sustained career is Odyssey.
Okay, yeah, Odyssey, definitely.
So Odyssey's had a really good run and has gotten, like, you know, the NPR recognition, the international recognition, the Washington City paper, Washington Post recognition. But most people, you know, it was him, you know, and he's been on one level, and then you have Wale blow up. And then besides that, you know, there have been these names that people know, and now it seems like all the pieces are getting in place for there to be a real proper youth movement out of DC.
Exactly.
And that's very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest things, and people were talking about it for years, was it was almost like every man for himself, you know? Nobody really wanted to champion another artist or whatever because they felt like they were competition, when in reality, I think outside of the city should be your competition. We a team, you know what I mean?
I agree.
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to mention these guys' names, because, you know, I'm definitely working and I'm doing my thing, but there's a lot of these guys are right after me, like they're gonna come up as well, and I want to, you know, shed some light on them as well, you know what I mean?
It's funny too, because sometimes you'll talk to people from a certain market and it's actually the opposite. They actually don't want to big up other people.
Yeah,
like it's not even like, I don't even know whether people realize what they're doing. Like you know, it's sort of the same thing I've seen happen with female MCs. With women in the rap game, because a lot of women, because they've been positioned in a way in which there hasn't been room for enough, they naturally don't want to associate with each other, when really there really is a lot of power in associating with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the opportunity that you and Goldlink, for example, I mean, who are maybe the 2 newest big names that are getting really getting on, it's an opportunity there. You know what I'm saying? And also, I'm gonna link you up, because I would love to see guys like you go sit with someone like Odyssey, like a vet from the city who knows how to produce, and who's already been around the world 5 times, to be like, all right, and see this really grow. Because honestly, most people from the DMV really do have a strong love for it. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, because I've been out of DC so long. The city is so different than when I was there. Like, as a place, but in terms of what it means to be from there, it's still like the exact. There's just a thing about it you don't let go, because we had nothing for so long. Right.
I mean, I think the you know, it was really like, we always, I think, had strong DJs.
Yes.
Like, you know, shout out to DJ Analyze, DJ Alizé, DJ Money, Gemini. But the thing was the artist. Like, back in the day, you know, go-go was what it was. No one cared about rap. If you rap, niggas look at you crazy. You know what I mean? So
even though it's funny, because all those DJs all loved rap.
Yeah, exactly. Like, a big shout out to DJ Alizé, because he put me on to a lot of the older stuff that gave me a lot of my influence now.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
When Alizé has also been connected to a lot of people, like he was connected to Wale. He's connected to a whole lot of different people. One
thing I'll say is, you have to go through Alizé at some point in the DMV before you get your stamp. You know what I mean? It's like,
and it's funny too, because this is just so typical of the way the business is in general. Alizé, who I've known for years and years, always a super head too.
Hey, what?
So like he was in a very commercial position,
Yeah.
but he's a super head.
Super, bro.
Like always, that sounds crazy. Pause. But he's always down with, like, he's always the one who's a super hip hop head.
Yeah.
And always like when you talk to him, like he was always trying to put on the best stuff.
What?
But there aren't that many avenues to do it through.
Right. Yeah. So like, I mean, he put me on the AZ. A lot of the older stuff, like Far Side, I started listening to that because of him and DJ Analyze. You know what I mean? They like kind of really helped me get my like foundation of who I am as a rapper. You know what I mean? And those are like, you know, they've always been around, you know, but now we finally got these rappers that are doing something innovative, you know. I think the next thing for us is to actually define a sound.
Yeah.
So when you hear it, it's like, oh, that's some DMV shit.
Oh, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's do it for New York right now. We are live on Hot 97 in New York City, and I know that you are an MC.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you drop some bars for the people?
Okay.
People are riding around right now. They're in their zone. It's real late every Sunday night. IDK is in the building on Hot 97.
Yeah. IDK. Holy. Yeah. Check it. Give me the mic, I might just have to Ike and Tina this goddamn beat. They should have never let me on Hot 97, it's a rap. Run away, go ahead and shuffle your damn feet. Never resort to Twitter when rhymes hit you. Get the picture, you ain't get it, you should have Snapchatted with Meek. Never confuse the great for the weak. You niggas great for a week, great, that's 7 days. After that, I grate your career to shredded cheese. You fucking stink, you niggas sleep, I'm really starving. Might have to put this whole show in a fucking coffin. Do I have to book another show just to show you booking agents? I ain't playing cool. Ohio State is calling. Clay is on them. Swear I'm honored to be on this mic. Too many rap niggas places. They playing dykes. A joke when laying they vocals down like saying psych. You seeing sights? That's another phrase for take a hike. Go ride a bike or something. I don't know. I don't give a shit neither. I'm the shit. You my kid, you fucking amoeba. That mean I'm sunning so hard I make you turn to semen. A cum stain on your mother's mouth is how I leave them. Where Funk Flex at? Tell Flex to get the questions ready, cause I'm sure I'm about to be back. I'm about to be Rabbit the beat. Where the beat's at? To the roller coaster where your thoughts supposed to be at. That was just a warm up. Go put your armor on or get tore up or tore down. I'm about to tour week, month, fuck it, year round. And Nessa's welcome to all of my shows if she stares down a fellow G. I'm kinda fine and I know this off the subject, but can we take a walk into the sunset? I hope you wear a sundress. Haha, I know I'm kinda silly, but really I'm serious if the answer's yes. But if the answer's no, I'm just kidding, hun. Gotcha, my flow game hotter than sriracha. The rap game fucked up. Shit, the world's fucked up. Think about it. They actually voting for Donald Trump. If that nigga win, I'm taking my ass to Bombay and don't come back until 2020 to vote for Kanye. My haters getting too hurt. Probably cause they know I'm about to rip it like a Yeezy Season 2 shirt and peel off in a hoopty or Uber and still bag her. You need at least a Jag, you sad, sir. Yeah.
IDK, ladies and gentlemen, DMV's own on Hot 97. All right, where can people get Subtrap right now?
You can get that on Subtrap on iTunes, Audio Mac, SoundCloud. I mean, it's everywhere.
And is
Spotify.
it only for free? Can people pay for it? It's only for free.
I would like for people to pay for it. You can get it on iTunes.
You can also get it on iTunes. Support.
Yep. Everywhere. It's on every digital store at least.
And what about? Are you on the road right now? Where can people catch you? Or is it just spot dates? What's happening?
We're doing something with Future and Migos in Detroit on the 13th, and there's a few other things that are coming up that we aren't going to announce right now, but some really cool stuff though.
Yo, pleasure having you on, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
First of many, I'm sure, and
Yeah.
looking forward to more from you, man.
Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, man. It's IDK repping the DMV right here on Hot 97.